If you thought you've seen every Dollar Tree DIY imaginable, think again. Today, I'm sharing 5 brand new Dollar Tree DIYs you've never seen before that look incredibly high-end and expensive, but they are made using affordable Dollar Tree finds. My name is Noir and welcome to my nook. From stunning luxury wall decor to designer-inspired home accents and elegant statement pieces, these projects look like they belong in stores like Pottery Barn, Crate and Barrel, West Elm, or Home Goods, not Dollar Tree. The best part? Every single project is beginner-friendly, budget-friendly, and guaranteed to elevate your home without spending a fortune. So if you love luxury home decor, DIY home decorating ideas, high-end Dollar Tree hacks, and budget-friendly decorating inspirations, you're going to love today's video. So grab your supplies and let's transform inexpensive Dollar Tree items into beautiful decor that looks anything but cheap. For our very first project, we are creating this stunning modern mirror wall decor that honestly looks like something you'd find in a high-end home decor boutique. If I saw this hanging in stores like West Elm, Crate and Barrel, CB2, or even HomeSense, I wouldn't question it for a second. The best part? It started with simple Dollar Tree supplies. To make this, I picked up 4 of these rectangular mirror frames from Dollar Tree, along with 1 pack of their 30-inch wooden skewers. The first thing I wanted to do was experiment with the overall layout before committing to anything permanent. I arranged the mirror frames into this staggered zigzag pattern, with the first frame sitting higher, the second slightly lower, the third lining up with the first, and the fourth matching the second. This creates movement and gives the piece a modern geometric feel that's both balanced and visually interesting. After deciding on the design, I flipped everything over and gave each mirror a really good wipe. Once the mirrors were spotless, I turned everything back over with the reverse side facing up again. Instead of gluing the mirror frames directly together, I wanted a little breathing room between each section to give the finished piece more dimension. To create those perfectly even gaps, I simply placed a few small wooden dowels between the frames. I'm not gluing these down. They're only acting as spacers so every gap stays nice and consistent. Once everything looked aligned, I used Gorilla Glue along with these craft sticks across the back to permanently connect each frame together. If you're recreating this project, I definitely recommend using a strong adhesive here, since this will be supporting the entire wall decor once it's hung. Now comes one of my favorite details. While the glue cured, I grabbed 1 pack of Dollar Tree wooden skewers and spray painted all 12 black. This simple step completely transforms an inexpensive craft supply into something that resembles sleek modern metal rods. Little tricks like this are one of my favorite ways to elevate Dollar Tree items and make them look much more expensive than they actually are. Once the frame assembly had fully cured, I flipped everything over again and started embellishing the small spaces we intentionally left between each mirror. Using Gorilla Glue, I attached these 4 diamond gemstones right inside each gap. This detail is completely optional, guys, but I absolutely love the subtle sparkle and extra visual interest it adds without taking away from the clean, modern aesthetic. If bling isn't your style, you can absolutely skip this step, okay? And glue the mirror frames directly together instead. Both versions will still look very beautiful. After allowing the gemstones to dry completely, it was time to add the black skewers. I positioned 6 skewers across the top with all of the pointed ends facing towards the right side, then spaced the remaining 6 across the bottom with the pointed ends facing the opposite direction. That alternating layout creates beautiful symmetry while adding a contemporary designer-inspired look that's become really popular in modern luxury interiors. Once I was happy with the placement, I applied Gorilla Glue anywhere the skewers touch the mirror or the mirror frames. Then I placed a few slightly heavier objects like my candles over the contact points and allowed everything to cure properly overnight. And here is our finished mirror wall decor. I absolutely love how high-end this turned out. The layered mirrors bounce natural light around the room, making the space feel brighter, larger, and more open, while the black linear accents give it that sleek architectural look that's so popular right now. One of my favorite things about this design is how versatile it is. You can hang it horizontally above a sofa, console table, buffet, dining room, sideboard, you name it. Or turn it vertically to create a dramatic statement in an entryway, hallway, reading nook, and so on. No matter where you display it, this piece instantly becomes a conversation starter, and it's almost impossible to believe it all started with a few affordable Dollar Tree supplies. So tell me, would you hang this vertically or horizontally? On to the next. For our second project, I absolutely love taking ordinary pieces and giving them a completely custom high-end makeover. And this one might just be one of my favorite transformations in today's video. To create this, I picked up this beautifully shaped clear vase from Dollar Tree along with this royal blue planter pot. The vase was one of Dollar Tree's newer $5 finds, and I immediately knew it had so much potential. I started by removing all the labels and giving both the vase and the planter a really good wipe down. Once everything was nice and clean, I flipped the clear vase upside down and used Gorilla Glue to permanently attach this to the bottom of the royal blue planter. I always recommend taking your time with this step and making sure everything is centered before the glue begins to set. Once I was happy with the alignment, I set it aside and allowed the adhesive to cure properly. Now comes the fun part, and honestly the step that makes this entire project look like an expensive designer piece. I'll be using these gorgeous gold leaf sheets from Amazon, which I'll have linked for you below. Instead of applying the gold leaf traditionally, I wanted something much more artistic and organic. Using hot glue, I began freehanding these flowing vein-like designs right around the seam where the glass vase meets the planter. There isn't a right or wrong way to do this, guys. In fact, the more imperfect and organic your lines are, the more realistic and high-end they'll look. It almost reminds me of flowing coral, tree roots, or even luxury sculptural metal work. Working one small section at a time, I immediately placed the gold leaf over the hot glue while it was still warm, so it could adhere beautifully to every little curve and detail. I continued wrapping these organic lines all the way around the vase until I was happy with the overall design. This is one of those DIYs where you can really let your creativity shine because every single piece will end up looking completely unique. No two will ever look exactly alike. Once everything had cooled, I grabbed a dry brush and gently dusted away all the excess gold leaf. This is always my favorite part because that's when the design really starts coming to life. The gold catches the light so beautifully and creates incredible texture and dimension without looking overly busy. It is elegant, modern, and artistic all at the same time. And just like that, our decorative vase is finished. The combination of the rich royal blue base and the crystal clear glass and those organic gold details gives this piece a luxurious boutique look that's both timeless and sophisticated. One of the things I love most about this design is just how versatile it is. You can fill it with fresh hydrangeas, white roses, eucalyptus stems, olive branches, you name it, to instantly create a beautiful focal point. But if you prefer a softer look, simply place a flameless pillar candle inside like I did and transform this into an elegant hurricane candle holder that creates the coziest evening ambience. Because of its height and sculptural shape, it fills vertical spaces beautifully without making an area feel cluttered. Projects like these are exactly why I love Dollar Tree DIYs. With just a little creativity, a few affordable supplies, and some simple techniques, you can create home decor that looks completely custom and designer-made just for a fraction of the retail price. Our third DIY is one of those projects that proves expensive-looking home decor doesn't have to come with an expensive price tag. To make it, I picked up these wooden square holders from Dollar Tree, 2 of the larger ones and 1 small one. I also grabbed this pack of 4 wooden doubles from Dollar Tree, which will become the frame of our project. To get started, I applied wood glue around the edges of the smallest wooden square before setting it aside for just a few minutes. Allowing wood glue to become slightly tacky before joining your pieces together gives you a much stronger initial grip and helps prevent everything from sliding around. While that was setting up, I added wood glue inside all four corners of one of the larger wooden squares. One of the things that immediately caught my eye were these beautiful little metal label holders already attached to the sides. Those tiny details may seem insignificant, but they're exactly the kind of finishing touches that instantly elevates a DIY and makes it feel more professionally made. Then I set that aside as well while I returned to the smaller square. Once the wood glue became tacky, I flipped over the second large wooden square and attached the smaller square directly onto the reverse side, creating a stacked platform. One important tip here is to make sure the decorative metal plates on both wooden pieces are facing the same direction, so everything stays perfectly aligned and intentional. After pressing everything firmly together, I allowed it to cure before moving on. Next, I went back to the other large wooden square and inserted the 4 wooden dowels vertically into each of the inside corners where I had applied wood glue. These dowels instantly create the clean architectural lines that give this lantern its modern designer look. Once the dowels were secured, I applied wood glue to both the tops of the dowels and the inside of our stacked wooden piece before placing it directly over the dowels. And just like that, our lantern structure was complete. If you watched last week's DIYs, you might recognize this metal ring. I actually saved it from one of those projects because I knew it would come in handy for another build. I love repurposing leftover materials whenever I can because it saves money and gives supplies a second life. The ring already had a small opening, so I gently spread it apart just enough to slide one of Dollar Tree's wooden beads through it. After positioning everything where I wanted it, I used Gorilla Glue to permanently secure the bead to the ring so it wouldn't move around later. Now it was time for paint. I spray painted the entire lantern frame matte black, instantly giving it a rich modern finish that works with virtually every decorating style. At the same time, I painted the wooden bead using black chalk paint so everything coordinated beautifully. Once everything had dried completely, I brought out one of my favorite finishing products, Rub and Buff in Grecian Gold. I lightly applied it to the metal ring as well as the existing metal label holders on each side of the lantern. This tiny detail makes such a huge difference, guys. The subtle gold accents add warmth, sophistication, and just enough contrast against the black finish without overpowering the design. Finally, I attached the bead and ring handle to the top of the lantern using wood glue and allowed it to dry thoroughly. And just like that, our decorative lantern was finished. I absolutely love how clean, modern, and high-end this piece turned out. To finish the look, I placed a flameless LED candle inside. Since this lantern is made entirely from wood, I definitely recommend using battery-operated candles only rather than real flames for safety. Well guys, before we do carry on, word of the day today is unconventional. It means departing from what is traditionally done or expected. Every DIY in today's video takes ordinary Dollar Tree items and transforms them in completely unconventional ways. You will see how each project combines Dollar Tree items in unexpected ways. So please do comment unconventional down below and show your girl some love. For even more impact, make 2 different sizes like I did and display them together. For DIY number 4, we are creating another statement wall decor piece that looks incredibly expensive but starts with nothing more than Dollar Tree picture frames. To make it, I picked up 8 gold frames from Dollar Tree. That included 6 of these beautifully detailed 5x7 frames, 1 plain 5x7 frame that has a larger frame, and 1 larger 8x10 frame. I love mixing different frame styles because it creates much more depth and visual interest than using identical frames throughout the design. The first thing I did was remove all of the inserts and cardboard backings from every frame. Next, I folded down all of the little metal tabs that normally hold the inserts in place. This creates a much cleaner finished look and prevents those tabs from sticking out or catching the light once the wall decor is displayed. Now came my favorite part, designing the layout. Lately, I've been absolutely loving experimenting with Dollar Tree picture frames because there are honestly endless possibilities. You can arrange them in so many different ways to create custom wall decor that looks completely unique. If you're enjoying these picture frame DIYs, definitely let me know down in the comments because I already have several more design ideas I'd love to share. I saw that you all really did enjoy the ones from last week. After playing around with different arrangements, I finally settled on this layered geometric design. I love how the overlapping rectangles create movement while still feeling balanced and symmetrical. It has a very modern upscale feel that's simple without being boring. Once I was happy with the layout, I began attaching the frames together anywhere they touched using Gorilla Glue. A little tip that makes this process much easier is using a ruler along with a pencil or marker to slightly mark the exact contact points before applying your adhesive. That way, you're only applying glue where it's actually needed, making assembly cleaner and much more precise. After everything was glued together, I allowed the entire piece to dry completely before moving on to the finishing touch. Taking your time during this step helps ensure a long-lasting bond, especially if you plan to display it in a high-traffic area of your home. Now, honestly, you could absolutely stop right here because it already looks beautiful. The open frame design has a very light, airy architectural feel that will work in almost any decorating style. But if you want to make it feel even more luxurious, adding a mirror instantly elevates the entire piece. You can use either one of Dollar Tree's square mirrors or one of the round mirrors. I decided to go with a round mirror because I really loved the contrast between all of the straight rectangular lines and the soft circular center. To attach it, I simply applied Gorilla Glue to the frames where the mirror is supposed to touch and carefully positioned it right in the center of the design. Then I placed a few slightly heavier objects over the mirror and surrounding frames to hold everything securely in place while the glue cured. One of my favorite features is how incredibly versatile it is. You can hang it horizontally, like I have shown you in this video, or simply rotate it vertically to create an entirely different look that's perfect for narrow wall spaces. I especially love how this piece adds dimension without overwhelming the space. Because of the open frame construction, it brings visual interest while still allowing your wall color to show through, keeping everything feeling light, sophisticated, and intentionally designed. Sometimes all it takes is looking at everyday items a little differently to create something that feels completely custom. Instead of decorating a home with mass-produced pieces that everyone else has, you end up with something unique that reflects your own style. And honestly, that's what makes a home truly special. For our fifth and final DIY, we're creating a stunning oversized designer-inspired vase that honestly looks like something you'd find in a high-end home decor store. To make it, I picked up this tall plastic vase along with this beautifully ribbed planter, both from Dollar Tree. The first thing I did was remove all the labels and gave both pieces a good wipe down to remove any dust, oils, or residues, so the glue and paint are here much better. Before assembling the vase, I wanted to add a little weight to the planter. Instead of using cement or plaster, which can get messy or more expensive and add extra drying time, I decided to use a much simpler method. I applied a generous amount of tacky glue inside the planter, poured in some decorative rocks, and gently shook everything around until the rocks were evenly coated. Once the glue cures, those rocks stay securely in place, giving the finished vase a much heavier, sturdier feel without all the extra work. After allowing that to set, it was time to assemble the two pieces. I applied Gorilla Glue for a strong permanent bond and added a little hot glue as well to hold everything together while the Gorilla Glue cured. Then I carefully attached the bottom of the vase directly onto the top opening of the weighted planter. Once everything was fully attached, I spray painted the entire vase using a matte black finish. Matte black is one of my favorite colors for home decor because it instantly gives inexpensive pieces a rich, modern, high-end appearance. But you can use any color of your choosing. Honestly, you could stop right here because the vase already looks gorgeous. But you know me, I just had to add one final detail. So to disguise the seam where both pieces meet, I used Gorilla Glue to attach some faux diamond gemstones we used earlier in our first DIY. Not only does this completely hide the connection point, but it also adds just a subtle hint of elegance without overpowering the clean modern design. One thing I absolutely love when decorating is mixing different textures. Texture instantly adds depth and makes even the simplest pieces feel much more custom. In this design, the vertical ribbing on the tall vase pairs beautifully with the rounded horizontal grooves on the planter. That subtle contrast creates visual interest while still keeping the overall look cohesive and sophisticated. After allowing everything to cure properly, our oversized statement vase was officially finished. This is one of those decor pieces that can completely transform a space without needing much else around it. I especially love that this project proves you don't need expensive materials to create beautiful home decor. And again, sometimes all it takes is looking at everyday Dollar Tree items a little differently and combining them in unexpected ways. And just like that, we've taken two simple budget-friendly pieces and transformed them into a sophisticated statement vase that looks like it belongs in a luxury home decor collection. Okay guys, and that is it for today's 5 new Dollar Tree DIYs you've never seen before. I hope these projects inspired you to see Dollar Tree in a whole new way. And please let me know in the comments which DIY was your favorite. I always love hearing from you. Also, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hype, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new here. In the meantime, always remember, your space doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to feel like you. Until next time, stay creative, stay inspired, and keep making your home beautiful on a budget. And hey, if you're looking for even more beautiful, budget-friendly home decor ideas that look way more expensive than they really are, be sure to check out this next video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.